Is going on, guys? Jack here, and I am back with episode 46 of my West Ham United career mode. First things first, if you are enjoying the series and you want to see more, make sure you do smash that like button and also hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. Recently, I have uploaded a new UFC career mode video. If you guys want to get behind that and show your support, that was uploaded yesterday. I'd very much appreciate it. Now, let's get into today's video. And as you can see, Marseille are looking at getting, obviously, our man Tolisso and also Mönchengladbach want Icardi. We actually get sport for choice now. We go for Ilkay Gundogan over Thiago as our centre midfielder. So welcome Ilkay Gundogan, who obviously in real life has signed a deal to join Manchester City. So hopefully he fares well for the Hammers here, and it turns out to be a really good signing. Mahmoud Dahoud does actually come to the office here and ask if we can discuss wages, which I've got no problem with doing. Offering 40 grand per week, a 2-year extension on his current deal, and that should be enough to keep him at the club. 78 rated already, and he's come on leaps and bounds to get ready for our first game of the BPL season and the first game of our title defence. It is against Newcastle at St James's Park. Icardi, Pogba, Gundogan, Dyer, Lanzini and Antonio make up the midfield. Now, Antonio plays on the left because Dani Ceballos, unfortunately, is suspended. So 26 years of age, recently arrived from Borussia Dortmund. 28 million is the fee involved. Bas Dost starts up front for Newcastle, like Remy Cabella and Gini Wijnaldum. Musa Sissoko, Jonjo Shelvey and Nita makes a very physical and strong midfield. They're going to be hard to break down, they really are. But it would be Antonio onto the ball here. First 5 minutes of the game. Great bit of play from the England left midfielder. He gets onto the ball, shoots, is blocked, falls back into Antonio, puts it into the back and there. But unfortunately it did bounce off Icardi in the build up there, and it is ruled for offside as Bas Dost now gets the ball, does front and claw back to Bas Dost, plays it back now into Anita, plays it into Wijnaldum, shoots. Butland has to make a really good save there as the game remains at 0-0 as Antonio now comes forward. A brilliant through ball, splits to the fence, and it does fall to Mauro Icardi. The Argentine's in possession here, cuts inside of his man, plays it into the path of Antonio, slashes at the shot, but Antonio's been here and everywhere for us. He's been performing very well as he gets onto the loose ball here yet again into the 20th minute. It cuts inside. It's Antonio. It's just over the bar again. Again, he's causing all the problems as Gundogan brings the ball back for us here. Plays it into Eric Dyer, who does actually find Antonio. Plays it into Paul Pogba, turns, shoots, denied by the woodwork, getting his debut goal there. And again, Pogba would come forward here yet again, who does play the ball into Manuel Lanzini. Back into Pogba. It's Paul Pogba. It's a save by Tim Krul. He's going to have to wait for that first goal in his debut, it would seem. As you can see, we are dominating the game here at the moment. Newcastle not really in with a shout just as yet, and it would be us on the ball here again. Antonio does dispossess the fullback there. It does fall to Mauro Icardi, who finds Paul Pogba, turns away from Unkalu. It's Pogba. It's 1 to the Hammers right before the hour mark. Paul Pogba with the goal on his professional debut, and he's there showing the world what he is capable of there. What a finish that was from him, to be honest there. Antonio causes all the problems. Icardi unselfishly plays it into his path, and he still had a lot of work to do there, Paul Pogba, as he got past the defender. He finds the back of net and gets his first goal in the BPL. As you can see, though, we are forced into a very, very bad substitution here. Icardi stayed down from a challenge holding his shoulder. We are forced to make a change as Callum Wilson makes his way onto the pitch. And we do also bring on Mahmoud Dahoud and Kennedy for Eric Dyer and Mikel Antonio, who for me has been man of the match so far in this game. As Bellerin gets the ball into Dahoud, plays Paul Pogba, loses that to Xavier here. The Frenchman does really well as he plays a brilliant cross in to Sissoko. And, you know, hats off to Newcastle. To be fair, that was an incredible ball into the box from Xavier. Pogba lost that there very poorly, but look at this ball. That is brilliant. It just split Luke Shaw, and he's never getting there. West Ham 1, Newcastle 1 as Dahoud gets onto the ball here. What can he do? Great bit of footwork there from the German. Gets past the defenders here. It's Mahmoud Dahoud, and West Ham United go back ahead 2-1 to the Hammers, and that is Mahmoud Dahoud's first goal of the season, and he's in contract negotiations with the club. We're hoping he's going to sign a new deal, because if he can do stuff like that, we know what we've got on the table. Look at that from Mahmoud Dahoud. That is rather exciting actually to see as we get onto the ball now with Paul Pogba. Pogba plays the ball into Callum Wilson, cuts inside of his man. Wilson into Luke Shaw. Shaw shoots. Krul saves right at the last kick of the game. The game comes to an end here. Final score at St James's Park is Newcastle United 1, West Ham United 2. A brilliant solo goal from Mahmoud Dahoud would rescue the game for us here and get us 3 points to kick off the season, which is great to see here. Full-time stats do show that West Ham were in control of this game, and obviously it is the start of the season. The team's not at full fitness yet, not at full power, but again, it's a great shape to have. As you can see, 7.7 rating from Mikel Antonio. Absolutely buzzing for him there. And I said before he came off, he was my man of the match. As you can see here, do some more training with the team, and they've done really well here, all the boys. Very happy with that. And more great news is Mahmoud Dahoud does accept the contract offer and will be staying with the Hammers for the foreseeable future, which is great to see. We do have obviously the European Super Cup here, the Copa Europe against City, which we did win after 120 minutes, 2-1. Mark Noble with the double, Yaya Toure the goal for the Citizens. And we do actually send Janai Gordon out on loan. Wish him all the best. He's not going to get anywhere near the first team, unfortunately, for the foreseeable future, unless something really does change as we get ready now for a game against Stoke. Second away. Well, actually, all three of these games in today's video have been away from home, technically. And we are playing Stoke at the Britannia now. Wilson, Pogba, Gundogan, Dahoud. The news is that Mara Akali, unfortunately, is out for 6 months. So that's a thing. It's not 6 months, sorry, 3 months. So that's a thing that's rather disappointing here. Every time I played Stoke, it has been a goal fest, and it usually is about 5 or 6-0. But that's with the likes of Dimitri Payet, Mara Akali. We haven't got them players now. We've got another team we're building towards the future. And it's going to be interesting to see how Stoke come up against this new look West Ham side. It would be Danny Ceballos onto the ball, crossed it into the box. Does actually find his man here. Does fall to Lanzini, plays it back down to Callum Wilson, who turns, shoots straight down the throat of Adrian there as West Ham come forward again. Danny Ceballos get away to Wilson, who finds Marko Nausevic here. The Austrian plays it into Shawcross, back into Gabriel. Gabriel finds Bojan, back into Gabriel, saved by Butland, cleared by Bellerin. And it wouldn't stop Stoke coming in the attack here yet again. Great footwork from Bojan, plays it into Peters, who finds Gabriel. Great footwork there from Stoke. Arnautovic back into Gabriel. 1-0 to Stoke City, and that is the epitome of sexy football. That was absolutely beautiful from Gabriel, who finds the back of the net there. 1-0 to Stoke, and we just got absolutely teared apart by just brilliant footwork. Bojan plays it into Peters. Peters finds Gabriel, into Arnautovic, back into Gabriel, and it just split the West Ham defence, which just couldn't deal with him, and Gabriel gets his first goal of the season as Pogba now tries to get West Ham forward to try and get a retaliation goal. Lanzini cuts inside here. It's Manuel Lanzini, the captain, blocked by Wilson, unfortunately. Game still remains at 1-0. Right at the end of the half, the ball does get crossed in, cleared away by Stones. Gundogan only gets as far as Gabriel. Gabriel turns away from his man, shoots, blocked by Mama Biam Diouf. The game still stays at 1-0 going at half time here. Not the most exciting of games, and it's only that moment of brilliance from Stoke that would be the difference between the two sides so far. Going into the second half though, it would be Stoke again on the attack. Bojan plays the ball into Mbula. West Ham have been split open here right on the hour mark here. It's Mbula, it's saved, falls back to Joselu, who finds the back of the net. The Spaniard doubles Stoke's lead. It's 2-0, and things are looking very, very bad for West Ham United here. Obviously, I'm bitterly disappointed because we've been split apart there, and that's a poor save from Jack Butland, honestly. But West Ham trying to come back into the game here. Adrian onto the ball, plays it into his man, loses out. Callum Wilson dispossesses the defender and gets the goal. 2-1, 20 minutes left to go here. Are West Ham going to find that goal and get back into this game? Callum Wilson claims it, gets his first goal this season. I'm not sure what defender that was. I'm not sure if it was Ryan Shawcross or Mark Wilson there, but they're at fault for the goal here, and maybe even Adrian too for putting the defender on so much pressure. Look at this. I believe it was Wilson. And Wilson on Wilson, and it's a great show by Callum to get there, and he does find the back of the net as we do bring on Antonio Kennedy and Mark Noble. Now, Antonio might feel a little bit hard done by not making this game, so look, he's going to look to prove me wrong here as the ball does fall to Marko Arnautovic here, gets ahead of Hector Bellerin again, cuts back inside, crosses it in, cleared away by Zuma. Gabriel gets the follow-up shot. That could have gone anywhere as West Ham now come forward in the 86th minute now with, I believe, Paul Pogba, who plays it into Mikel Antonio. Antonio now arriving on the scene, cuts inside. It's Mikel Antonio into the top corner with just a couple minutes left to go in this game. West Ham have got it back on terms, and I mean, what can you say about Mikel Antonio? That was stunning. That was absolutely beautiful from him here. He cuts inside, he just gets onto the ball, and no one's really come close to him, and that is top corner. Well classed from Mikel Antonio, who's changed the game as Kennedy gets stopped by Mbulu. Would regain possession though. It's still Kennedy onto the ball. The Brazilian does really well to hold the ball up here. Sees his man on the edge of the box, falls to Dahoud. Dahoud plays it into Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw turns away. He shoots. It's saved by Adrian. West Ham denied yet again a goal. The game would come to an end, and the final score here at the Britannia is Stoke City 2, West Ham United 2, and it's been quite a blockbuster start to the season. We're conceding goals, we're showing cracks at the back, but we are scoring goals too. It's going to be all the credentials for a rollercoaster season, and hopefully it won't disappoint. As you can see, Callum Wilson man of the match. Obviously, we have had a bit of highs and a bit of downs in this one, so obviously the results today have been really good for us. Winning the Copa Europe was brilliant. Kicking off the start of the season with a win was great. but Mauro Icardi is out for 3 months. We have to realise that and try and get him back. We do reject the £10 million deal that comes in from Villa for Eric Dyer. No way in hell am I letting him go for that cheap. Guys, that is bringing end to today's video. I'm going to leave looking at the BPL table after the first 2 games. If you did enjoy today's video, as always, make sure to smash that like button. Also, subscribe if you are new around here. As always, I hope you have a really nice day, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.